The most important thing that we do is build community, build healthy friendships. And we are called to love our neighbors as ourselves, which can sound pretty simple, but can be very complicated when those we are building friendships with suffer from addiction, mental illness, are stuck in poverty and come from systems of incarceration. They have big issues and big problems to overcome in their life. And so we want to bring these relationships together in a way that they will be sustainable. We want to engage people. We want to educate them, both those we are serving and those who are looking to serve through relationship. And in doing so, we can build a long-term healthy community in which both those in relationship can give to one another, because we all have so much richness to give to one another.
Here at Leland House, people tend to isolate, and so it's nice to have an infusion of new faces and company. So it's a lot of people here, they don't have family, and very few people visit, if at all, and so it's nice to interact with them.
We serve a population that's pretty challenged. They're mostly triply diagnosed, which means they have disabling HIV/AIDS. They more often than not have other major medical things aboard. That's all the medical component. Most everybody here has psychiatric issues of one type or another, and pretty much everybody here, almost everybody here, has a fairly serious history of drug and alcohol abuse. And so they're pretty complicated, and they need just supportive services to help them kind of track all that stuff and make all those appointments and go to meetings and take all their meds and eat well. And it's a lot of work. And on their own, they probably wouldn't do too well, although we have some high-functioning people here. Even they benefit from community and would probably not do terribly well living on their own. Remembering to take their meds and make all those appointments and all the rest of it.
I have been here at Leland House for 4 years. Before that, I was a roamer. I didn't have no place to call home. I used to gamble a lot. I got diagnosed back in 1985, and it was really a scary situation. I believe what a volunteer could get coming here to Leland House is satisfaction.
I come here to serve, but then more often than not, I'm being served by the people here.
I know that there's great need in this community, and it's one thing I love about City Church is that they are so involved in the community. I was excited to get involved and get into relationship with people who are sort of neglected by society often and really in need of love.
I believe you get a richness from doing that, from being there for us. Thank you. Thank you very much.
We love our county jail. We love to build relationships within our county jail. We have 4 services in which we are able to sit and hear people's story, to pray with them, and to care for them. We also have a mentorship program so that we can not only befriend them in county jail, but support them after their release.
The importance of the relationships that are formed in county jail is that, well, with city churches specifically, that they also realize that they can continue the relationship. I think that piece is really priceless, that they not only have connected to a face, but they're connected to a community in which they know that there's an opening and that there is no expectation other than the showing up. So that is so essential to their recovery. And that relationship is formed through consistency, through non-judgmental behavior from the volunteers, as well as the fact that what's covered in the hour and a half that happens is of a sacred context, and to be exposed to that in a way that doesn't have an expectation attached to it other than to be present, I think is really priceless.
So our passion to bring communities together and to build healthy faith communities comes from our passion to engage people, educate them in the issues and the problems of our city that some people are entrapped in. And what we're also doing is supporting them through the experience of building the relationships. For both parties, we want to help set some of the expectations, some of the boundaries. Through the process of mentoring, we look to be there for both parties and support them so that they can have the best possible relationship.
On a personal level, I was able to make some awesome friends throughout the process. They have stood by me every step of the way, whether, through troubled times, some really good times. Overall, they've just really been an anchor for me in the program.
When we started the mentoring program, I think we had only been in the city for 2.5 months. And fortunately, our mentee Larry has lived here for a really long time. And so kind of being new to the city, he always would try to orient us and tell us little history bits or little things about this area of town or that area of town, or he would tell us about a memory he had. And it definitely made us feel much more rooted and connected to the city. But not only that, he just became part of our community, and it just seemed so much more rich and full because it wasn't just people that were like us that we were friends with. We had this great relationship with someone at a very different life stage and age than we were, and I really feel like he's one of the reasons why I do feel so committed to this city and to this community.
The mentoring relationships are important because it builds community with church fellowship, and it lets you be open and honest with people who you just met, and you grow, definitely grow.
One of the reasons, or one of the things that happens when you have a place, connection point in a local community, is that you can listen to your neighbors. You can listen to the people that live there. And that builds trust because they understand that you're not just there to work your own agenda. You're there to listen to them and help them with what they need help with. And when you do that, that connection point builds community.
We also serve in our public school system in El Dorado Elementary School, in which we pair one mentor with one child. Then that mentor gives 1 hour of their week, just giving that child personal attention and support they might need.
I met Eric in kindergarten, and he was probably referred because he was behind in reading level and also very active. And as soon as he met me, he said he loved me. And I said, well, this is going to be great. This is going to be easy. And in many ways it really was, because he is a cheerful, sweet child. Knock, knock.
Who there?
Lettuce.
Lettuce who?
What?
Lettuce who?
Let us in. Do you remember that? Yeah? Okay, you try.
Knock, knock.
Who's there? Lettuce who?
Let us in.
That's right. It's not only the students who benefit, it's really the mentors as well. And an important part of that is that they are well trained and equipped to be in that hour with the student. but also afterwards to process what they are experiencing in this relationship. And we offer check-ins with other mentors, a chance for them to share and compare and encourage each other. There are workshops that address more difficult issues in the relationship, along with issues like closure and trauma. Year after year, mentors benefit from a reminder of who they are and what the relationship means. And we're trying to improve that every year for Kids Hope to mean as much the mentors as it does for the students. I feel privileged to be in that intimate setting with him for 1 whole hour all to myself, and I know every week he's excited to see me.
My commitment is to ensure that we continue to provide as many services to the school community, the students as well as the adults. And I definitely see one strategy in getting that done is to really partner with outside agencies like City Church, having the kids mentoring program here on site. I think it's definitely a joint effort, and if we have the same mission and we have the same values and we have the same goals in ensuring that we build these strong little people. Another way that City Church has supported us is we have received our Google Chromebooks for our students to be able to just continue to explore and learn about technology and how that could benefit them.